So, the way that I'm doing this, YouTube people, is we're not going to do it the way they're saying to do it in the instructions. In the instructions for this jacket, they have you sewing the sleeve in by hand. We're not ever going to do that. What I need to do now is lay these two out and make sure that they are opposite. So I've already stitched the elbow edge. And you can see they're mirrored. This would be bad. Two like this, if I built the sleeve like this. Make sure as I lay them down, they're opposite. I'm now going to take the undersleeve and I'm going to press it out to make it easier to work with. Okay? And making sure that it's marked. The underarm is marked. There's notches. There's tick marks for the easing. Everything seems to be here. Okay, so now I need to lay one on this one and lay one on this one and have them again be opposite so that I know I'm building a right sleeve and a left sleeve. So I'm going to mark this. This is the side that is not eased. I'm marking, putting together my notches. Putting it together. And while I'm sitting down at the machine, I'd rather do two seams at once. So now I'm going to mark this tick mark and this tick mark. Those are those two small dots. So I'm putting the sleeve together no differently than we did the outer sleeve. Now notice, as I eased it, it fits now. Okay? So, put that together, and I'm going to sew this together. I'm surprised the iron hadn't gone flying across the room. I keep kicking the cord. You want to sew on the side you eased on so that you can see the easing stitches. And again, on this ambiance, it doesn't seem to like sewing over the pins. So I'm removing them as I get to them. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is the other side. And again, making sure they line up. The hell? Somebody coughing up a lung. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is serge these off. Oops. Oh God, I'm throwing pins all over the place. Okay, next thing I would do is press this. If someone could hand me a sleeve board. And when you serge it, you're going to press it on the right side. Thank you.
Where did I get a sleeve board from? I didn't see one.
Joann's. I got these at Joann's. And then Waywack has them in the catalog.
I found mine at Goodwill.
Do they have one at Goodwill?
Mm-hmm.
The guy that runs Gagliano's, the parking lot, he had one he was trying to sell us, and I wanted to buy it because the thing was huge and it was awesome. It was from like the 50s, and it was like this wide. So you could get a pant leg on it, and it was like this long. And I kept emailing him, how much do you want? How much do you want? I had permission from the school to buy it, and he just stopped answering. So there's a sleeve. I do need you to video the second sleeve because it's going to be different. The second sleeve, did I just let this fall? Yes, I did. And it just fell in a heap, and now I don't know. I do remember. This was to this side, this one was to that side, but I just got to double check. So I need this to be opposite. And there we go, there's the double notch, double notch. Yeah, you don't ever let that fall like that, okay? So now I know I'm getting two opposite ones. That would be a disaster. All right, I want you to watch this because I'm going to do something very different on this one. And you only do it on one sleeve, and I don't care which sleeve it is. One sleeve on the seam where there's no easing, we're going to leave a hole between here. Okay? So what we're going to do is sew it. You'll see what this hole is for later. So I'm going to go down to this pin.
How big of a hole?
From the notch, it's probably like, what, 7 inches, 6 inches? It can be 8 inches. Probably no less than 6, okay? But it needs to be a hole. And we're doing it on the side with no easing. Okay, do you all see that? I've sewn it, and I've left a freaking hole that my hand can go through, okay? And that's meant to be there. We will close it later. All right, so now I'm going to line this up. Do it so the pins are on the right side. Tick mark. Next tick mark. And then the bottom. And that looks like it got eased so that it'll fit. So I do sew this normally, and then I serge it. Can't serge the other side, it'll close the hole. Okay, so now I will serge that. Now seriously, you all can see how terrible it would be if I accidentally made two with the left sleeve or two of the right. After I serge it, who's going to sit and pick all that out to flip it over? So you want to be really sure. So first I have to press this open. Now if you're creative, you could serge the top half and then the bottom half. I just go ahead and do it open. And I'm pressing these open at 5/8 of an inch. So it's like I've just made a, see how I've kept the seam allowance, it's just open. Alright, so now I'll flip it. Okay, so what we've got now is a big old sleeve with a big old hole in it. Okay? All right, good stop.